I want to talk to you today about who's the boss. There's a battle taking place in all of us. It's a battle between the flesh and the spirit. The flesh is our natural carnal desires. That's what we were born with. Have you ever noticed how you don't have to teach a child to be impatient, to be selfish, to get upset? I was at a grocery store and this little boy, probably 2 years old, was there shopping with his mother. She looked like a businesswoman, very professional, well-dressed. Her little boy was as cute as can be, and he went over and got something off the bottom shelf. His mother said very lovingly, "No, son, we have to put that back." Up to that point, he'd been happy, in a good mood. But when she took that away, it was like he turned into a different person. He started screaming. He fell down on the floor, flailing his hands and legs. He's throwing this big fit. You thought he was dying. Of course, his mom was kind of embarrassed, and she tried to discreetly, quietly pick him up. He screamed even louder. Here's my point. Nobody had to teach him how to throw a fit. That's what we're born with. The scripture calls it the flesh, or our carnal nature. It's things like pride, selfishness, impatience, getting upset. And here's the key. The flesh wants to be in control. The flesh is not going to be happy unless it gets its way. And the easy way is to do like that little boy and give in. And that's okay when we're 2 years old. We're growing, we're learning. People understand why we're childish. The problem is not when we're 2, but when we're 42 and we're still throwing a fit. We're still being ruled by our feelings. We think, I feel like being rude, I'm going to tell them off. I feel like being lazy, I'm going to skip work. I feel like being impatient. I feel like compromising. As long as you're allowing your feelings to be the boss, it will limit how high you can go. The scripture talks about dying to the flesh. That means not giving in to what we feel. If you live on that shallow level of always having to please your flesh, you'll never discover what's really in you, the best of you. Your gifts, your talents, your potential won't come out. You have to go beyond the surface. If you'll get past the temporary pain of not having your way and choose to follow the Spirit instead of the flesh, God will release more of His favor. You'll continue to rise higher and higher. But too many people live on this surface level of letting their feelings, their emotions run their life. The problem is our feelings will lead us down the wrong path. Your feelings will tell you you're tired. You don't need to go to work today. Just sleep in. Your flesh will tell you they were rude to you. Don't let them have the last word. Be rude back to them. Your feelings will tell you, I want another piece of pie. Don't make me wait. I'm hungry. If you listen, you'll hear the Spirit say, no more pie. 7 pieces was enough. The flesh likes to be comfortable, but if you're always comfortable, you'll never grow. When you discipline yourself to do the right thing, the harder it is, the more you're growing in that area. Instead of seeing it as, oh man, this is so painful, turn it around. This may be uncomfortable, but I know I'm growing a whole lot. I'm making progress. The scripture says, no discipline at the time seems pleasant, but later on, it will produce a great harvest. We need to think more about later on. Our feelings only tell us about right now. But a mature person doesn't get caught up in the emotion of the moment. They always take a step back and think about later on. Your flesh will tell you, I want junk food, colas, desserts, make me comfortable. At the time, it may taste good, but later on, you won't be as healthy as you could be. We get upset and think, I'm going to go tell my boss off. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. You can do that, but later on, you won't